What is up, folks? This is Ericast, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Alright, so as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I would like to go ahead and
I ought to
upgrade
fetch a
this.
new flame.
So I'm going to go ahead and I think it's infuse, and I'm going to infuse this one with raw, because it's more of a dex weapon anyway, and I don't have a lot of dex, so let's go ahead and add some power to it. Alright, which one is it? Alright, here it is. Okay, so I only have one raw one, but it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so that's going to go from 180 to 207. So that's not bad, actually. Alright, so, and that didn't take too many souls, so I don't really... I only have 2 Twinkling Titanite. I don't have that much. Let me look into something real quick, and then I will be right back with you guys. Yeah, it looks like the sword that I'm wanting to use and will get pretty soon uses Twinkling Titanite. I thought it did, but I wasn't quite sure, so I kind of wanted to check first. That's always an option. But not what I was wanting to go for. Do I want to do that? I guess I could play around with it and use the great sword, because it actually has really good scaling. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Silly me. Alright, so as you can see, well, this one did have better scaling than that before I added raw to it, but that one goes up to B scaling just with a one upgrade of a Titanite shard. So that's why people like it so much, because it has pretty good scaling, especially for a strength weapon. But at the same time, I've got so many shards, it's not going to hurt. And we can just kind of play around with it. Alright, so that's the limit of that. As you can see, even with that just +4 with Titanite shards, it's already got, what, 280 on it, so... Do I want to upgrade it anymore? I don't know. I kind of would like a nice armor set at this point, but I don't really have one yet. Not one I can really equip anyway.
Flame.
I can upgrade it a little bit more. Why not? Alright, so we'll just go ahead and use this one. And that'll give us 8,000, so that should be plenty. Actually, gives us enough for a level, but... eh.
I ought
So, we'll go back to reinforce. And we'll just do this a few times. Alright, now we're up to Titanite chunks, which I'm going to stop there because those are a little bit more rare. So...
flame.
Yes, yes, yes. Flame, flame, flame. Alright, do I want to... Kinda do. Yeah, I think I will, actually. So, we're going to backtrack a little bit and go after a boss. Do I want to use... Actually, this is the wrong bonfire. I want to go to... Oh, that's right. So, I didn't light the other bonfire because I didn't have a branch of yore at the time. But I do now. I actually might have 2, I think. But we're going to have to go ahead and clear a little bit before we can get there. So, let's go ahead and... Do I have enough? Nope. Oh, okay. Oh, that still goes up to 83. Just 81. Can I... I've got the soldier's ring equipped. How about... Is there... Okay. That'll take us down a little bit on stats. But it does take us... Oh, that takes us to 78. And I need to drop below 70. Okay, so let's put these back on. So I don't have enough carry weight to be able to use that, so We'll just go ahead and just stick with our other sword. That's fine. And we can mess around with the other one later on, once we have a bit more carry weight to work with. Alright, let's go ahead and go to our Estus Flask. And we're going to move through here pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about what is around to, you know, be thrown at us, so. Yeah, he is. Okay, so it's still going to take 3 hits. But that's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright, so I don't want to get blown up, however. And if you have fire on your sword, you really don't want to be using it in this room, because you will go boom and you will die. Ah, my sword went over top of him. And it's usually better to use a faster weapon with these guys. So if you have like a straight sword or a curved sword... Oh! I didn't know those guys could blow up inside the pots. I think that's new. Well, this isn't a good start. Alright. There are some guys in here though. I think there's one more. Maybe. Nope. Okay. I thought I saw an item, but I guess it was just a glow. And there's a guy right here. What? He actually has a hole in him. I can see through him. Okay. Well, that he's dead is the only thing that I really care about. Alright, so this is the way I want to go. It's down that bridge. I thought... Oh... I'm silly. I'm doing all this pretty much for nothing, but I do want to go ahead and unlock Strayed, so it's not really that big of a deal. You guys aren't bothering me at all. That's really strange. Usually they're like hyper aggressive. I mean, as you've seen. But okay, so let's talk to Strayed. And unlock the bonfire. And you kind of want to move out his way because he'll habitually block the door. Okay, so...
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid. I must thank you, young traveler. I am Strayed, a wandering sorcerer of sorts. I've been a guest for a very long time, but I don't think that anybody will miss me. Very good. Very good indeed. Cursed one, weak you may be, but I, Strayed, will teach you my spells.
Okay, so we can go ahead and learn a gesture from him. And let's go down to him.
How long was I sat petrified?
Long enough for the old kingdom to have crumbled, I see. Why didn't anyone wake me sooner? Drang Lake. I've never heard the name. Is that what they call this place now? Very good. Very good indeed. The cursed ones were imprisoned within this land. Of course, you came of your own free will. The people feared the cursed ones like a plague. Some people would rather keep dreadful things out of sight, out of mind. In the end, they swept them up and corralled them here. So very typical of meek minds, don't you think?
Once people became aware of their own frailty, they seized anybody they found undesirable, cursed or no, and impounded them here. Whoever posed even the slightest threat was removed, all so that they could sleep better at night. They even turned the great Strayed into a stone. Many kingdoms rose and fell on this tract of earth. Mine was by no means the first. Anything that has a beginning also has an end. No flame, however brilliant, does not one day splutter and fade. But then, from the ashes, the flame reignites, and a new kingdom is born, sporting a new face. It is all a curse. And it is your cursed flesh that will inherit the flame.
So he's giving you a bit of information about the cycle of kingdoms there, which is actually pretty interesting.
Pyromancy was created by the ancient witch of fire. She harnessed the power of flame and melded it into pyromancy. The witch led her daughters into war against the Old Ones. But legends are legends. What are you prepared to believe?
And if you played Dark Souls 1, you know that's actually true.
So, how long was I sat petrified? Long enough.
Alright, oops.
Is that very...
Alright, so let's see what we can buy from him so far. Head of the Forlorn. Not familiar with that one. Let's do this. Okay. Forlorn Lauren lost both their corporeal form and a world to call their own. Very strange. Okay, what rings do we have? We've got that one, which I'll probably never buy. Oh, right. Okay. So this is a new addition to the expansion here. And basically it'll keep your soul level in place so that you can PvP at a certain level. Which is pretty interesting. But it's not something that we'll be using. So, alright. And we've got some rogue water. Rouge water, actually. And a bunch of different spells. But none that are really... I mean, some of these dark ones are pretty good, but none of them that we'll be using. Homing Soul Arrow is actually really weak, unfortunately, but yeah. Alright, so you can also trade different souls with him. The Dragon Rider bow is actually something that's pretty good. I was thinking about getting it because we do have a strength build here, but at the same time, the Dragon Rider bow is incredibly slow, so it's kind of hard to use, or maybe not so good to use. This one is actually pretty cool. I would recommend getting it and playing around with it, but we won't be using it. And that has a really awesome modifier there for strength, so it's got an A modifier. Halberds, I'm not really all that into. The Arced Sword is pretty interesting, but you've really got to get used to its skill set. The moveset for it is really, really strange. So, Pursuer, Ultra Great Sword. I'm not really interested in it too much. It's pretty good, but you have to get some petrified dragon bones to upgrade all this stuff. So we don't really have access to those at the moment. Okay. So you can trade boss souls with this guy and get nice stuff. Yeah, you're grumpy. Alright. And if you trade 3, I think it is, with him, he'll give you his armor, which I do want. Should I go ahead and trade it with him?
Well, very are you?
Alright, so I'm going to definitely go ahead and grab the spell, even though I'll probably never use it. I'll grab the bow. Why not? It's going to be better than what I'm using anyway, as far as damage goes. But like I said, you can't shoot it very quickly. How about that?
The cursed ones were imprisoned, of course. You sunk in the end, so feeble. Do you?
Okay, so maybe we have to trade one more item.
If you seek my bigger.
Yeah. Alright. This is the only other one that I would care to do, really.
Cursed one, take
There we
these. Put them on, and please, stop being so weak.
Oh, actually, I think we have to have a certain amount of intelligence to be able to wear these, if I remember correctly. Which is a shame. Yep. I can't wear them. Darn. I have to have at least 16 intelligence, which we actually will get, because there's a few spells that I would like to be able to cast, but oh well, we have them. It's okay. That set is actually pretty good for, like, lightweight armor wearers, so it's something to keep in mind that you can access it pretty easily, because by the time you get to him, you've already killed, you know, about that many bosses that it would take to get him. So okay, there's that arrow. You're gonna do pyromancy. Let's just go ahead and kill you. Oh, I was gonna try to roll there, but it didn't work. Alright, so let's go ahead and head up to the bonfire, renew our Estus flasks, all that kind of fun stuff. And our sword durability, because that's extremely important. So we're going to have some interesting fights ahead of us, so. Or an interesting fight. No, I'd say some interesting fights. Because we have to go into a very, very horrible place. I'm not particularly looking forward to, but it is not the hardest fight. And it's not the hardest area, so I'm not really worried about it too much. But I am approaching this area in... Oops. Looks like you actually come out now. I'm approaching this area a lot sooner than I usually would. Usually I'd wait until I killed a boss or two, or a primary boss or two, but why not? Oh, I was paying attention more to the arrow than him. Alright. Oh, he's not dead. Alright, shoot your crossbow. Alright. And you're good. Alright. So let's go ahead and head down here. And this is a pretty long elevator ride down. But there is an item that you can jump off for. I would recommend doing it at the last second, because otherwise you're probably going to die. So just watch the side there and just pop off. It's not that hard. The only hard thing is not activating that elevator. And you don't want to activate it. That's Lucatiel over there. But we're going to wait to summon her because there's some nasty things down here. Oh. Interesting. Oh, what the heck? Oh, great. Oh, So, now we have a Flex Out Sentry to face. So we might want to summon Lucatiel after all. This is not good. Yeah, we're doing like no damage. Holy cow. Alright, Lucatiel. Just don't die, please. I'd be very appreciative if you did that. I wonder if he respawns. He might or might not. If you just want to focus on me, I'm totally cool with that. Just ignore Lucatiel. Let's say, because I can just tank while she does her really fast attacks and kills you. Oh, she got flattened. And I don't have any healing spells, unfortunately, to heal her. Oh, that hurt. Alright, switching over to maces now. And he's dead. Alright. So, the main thing that I'm worried about with her is... actually over there. But I'm worried that she's going to either derp off the ledge out here or be killed by exploding guys. The little decayed, decrepit people. Okay. We're not going to be using that yet. That's for spell uses. Okay. Doesn't seem there's anything here. Let's go ahead and use our Estus Flask, just because I don't want to die here. Now, are there... Yep, there's one. He's just hiding under the water. I don't see any exploding. That's good. Alright, what did you drop? A learning skull. Okay. I want to take care of you. And he's just ignoring us. Oh, we've got a Hide Knight in there? Or are you... might be an NPC. And what are you? Oh, okay. So we've got another NPC. I'm going to wait to summon him, I think. We summoned him on the first boss, I think. But... oh, look at you jumped down. I don't know about that. And I'm running around with my shield up like this because if you do set one of those guys off, it will definitely help you survive. If you take it just in the face, then yeah, that could be really, really bad. Hello? No. Definitely not good. Oh, that hurt. Hit him with deal. Alright. Hide spear. Okay. So, it's definitely nice to have her here, especially in this kind of area, because of that Flexile Sentry, but she's already down on health a little bit. And I want to get her armor without having to kill her. Come back here. Hey. Go after her. How rude. Alright. Oh. Thank you for killing him, because he would have snuck up behind me. Alright, so I didn't see anything in there to get. Alright, no, there's that guy dead, so at least he's not gonna, you know, ambush us. Alright, so let's go ahead and summon this guy over here, and hopefully one or both of them don't derp off the walkway out there. Alright, so let's pull this open. And head out here. Alright, so this is the area that I'm hoping they don't derp off of. If I move quickly enough, maybe they won't bunch up. Now there were guys here. Alright, this is the other area I'm hoping they don't derp off of. Especially Lucatiel. Okay. Let's do not that, but I'll show you a secret here, and that is going to be very helpful. Use. You do need the Bastille key to be able to do this, but it's really easy to get now, so there's kind of no reason you shouldn't have it at this point. Alright, so we'll run over here and light this other one, and you'll see why exactly I'm doing this as soon as we get to the boss room. Okay, so there is an item in here. Okay. Nothing super special, but it'll help. Okay, come on guys. Move in a little bit so I can get past you. Alright. Alright, so then we'll move down here and not use our torch on this boss because that would be sheer folly. Alright, you coming? Yep, they're here. Alright. Now the downside of using them is the health goes up of the boss. So you can see that they turn the lights out there, or they, yeah, extinguished them. Alright, now the Lost Center is really fast, as you can see. So you've really got to plan your attacks really well. And this is why I would say that summoning these guys is actually worth it. Now on New Game Plus, I would say that it's almost a necessity. Because you actually have other people come into the fight that cast spells, so it's pretty brutal. But this room, without lighting those oil things that we lit on the outside, it's really dark in here, and you can't really see either what's going on or phew, that was close. You can't see what's going on, and your lock-on range is severely decreased. And I definitely would recommend using a shield on this fight as well, because, you know, like I said, fast attacks, you can get worn down very quickly. Stay behind you, and that was a little greedy there. I shouldn't have done that. Just, you can kill the dual wielding great shield person, but please don't kill Levitil. Alright, just one more hit should probably do it. Yep. Okay. Right, great soul embraced. Awesome. So that wasn't actually that hard. Especially with the two of them there. It probably would have been a little bit harder if I hadn't upgraded my sword, but not bad. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open this up, and go light the bonfire, and it should give us a nice item enhancement item as well. Alright, what do we got? Fragrant Merchant of Viewer. Okay, so we don't get an item enhancement item, and Elizabeth Mushroom. Okay. And actually, no, that's not an illusion. I figure I'd give it a good whack just in case they change that, but light bonfire. And I will show you a nice little change in the maps that was done from this. This will return you back to Majula. It won't let you go anywhere else, but after you kill a boss like that and get that many souls, I don't think you really want to be going anywhere else except for in Majula. Alright, so...
You have acquired the soul of an old one. That is more than most undead can say.
Alright. So we'll go ahead and level up. And since strength isn't really going to give us any boost at this moment, I'm going to go ahead and put a good bit into adaptability. Do I want to go any further than that? It's going to help us out in several different ways, especially in agility. But, I say it's a really good stat to have. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know how much I really want to put into it. I think this is pretty good. It'll give us a good boost in health. Let's go ahead and bring this up to 20. Now, to be optimal, you really want to level your endurance and your adaptability together, because they will increase your agility as you go up in both. So if you have your endurance way higher than your agility or adaptability, it's not really going to increase your agility at all. But it also goes with attention, or attunement, excuse me, not attention. Alright, so it also goes with attunement. So attunement and adaptability kind of go along with each other, except for attunement is for spellcasters and adaptability is for your melee characters. So if you want to be using both, then you'll have to level both. But if you're going to just go on one or the other, and then only level the one that goes along with it, you know what you're doing. So that does boost our resistances quite a bit, though, as well. Our poison resist, bleed resist, etc. But I think, yeah, I think that'll be good. Would rather that be 18 instead of 17, because a problem with odd numbers there. But odd numbers that aren't divisible by 5, they kind of annoy me. Why? Just one of those things. I don't know. Alright, so I want to show you guys one more thing before we go ahead and wrap up the episode. It has to do with the map. So we've defeated a few bosses, and specifically we have defeated one of the old ones, as she says. So I would like to come in here and show you what has changed, and Kale should be in here now too. I don't think we ever talked to him while he's here. Yep. So you can see there are now these fires that are lit on the map.
Oh, hello again. You've made it. The map, I presume. Of course. Take a good look. Ah, yes. There is something I wanted to tell you. I was born in the land of Mirror. Mirror is also the home of an infamous killer, a knight in name alone. He was locked in the dungeon for multiple murders, but shortly before his execution he managed to escape. And the other day, I saw a fellow with a striking likeness, and then... Wait. Well, I think he looked rather similar. No, it's true. I saw just such a man, I swear. I believe his name was Cray something. I believe. They shared some resemblance, I think.
Okay. So there is a bit of debate about this. He's saying that the Night Killer was Crichton, but you can't see Crichton's face in his armor, so he couldn't have seen somebody that was his striking resemblance. So who else do you think it could have been that was this person that you could see their face? Just think about that.
Even more flames have appeared. I don't know what causes it.
Okay, so the first one over there to the left should be the Majula one. And the one to the right, pretty sure this is the one it is, but it should be the other one, the one we just lit. I think that's right. It could be the other way around, but those are the two fires that he's talking about.
Did you see the flame on the map? It wasn't there when I came here before. I don't know what explains it. But there is something greatly comforting about that flame. It seems to fulfill something very precious, deep within the soul. Something essential. I would not venture far into that hole. It was blocked by a wall, something built long ago. but it was crumbling, and I finished the job. Now a foul sound echoes within. Did you see the flame? It was...
Okay. So it doesn't look like he has anything else to say. But yeah, so next time you'll just have to wait and see what we do. That's actually pretty obvious, but we're going to go ahead and venture further into the fortress that we left off with last time. And yeah, so we got a bunch of levels from that, which is really awesome. And I think we're going to leave it there, because we have run a little bit over time, but that's okay. Alright, so until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.